What's up, guys? Dylan here from Veteran Aquatics, and today we went back to the monthly Cichlid Club of York auction. It was great to see all of my fish friends, and I am finally an official member of the club. I kept forgetting, but I remembered this time. So today we're just going to kind of go through what I got at the auction, and I really want to talk a little bit more about what the clubs are like and why it's such a good idea for you to find your local fish club and attend these meetings and auctions. And as always, I will see you in a minute. So at the auction today, at the meeting today, we got to listen to a speaker speak about some of the native plants and animals to Uruguay. You guys will remember that it's about an hour's worth of video for Matt Quinn's Fish Room. And Matt was one of the attendees of the talk via Zoom. And the gentleman that was speaking had traveled to Uruguay with Matt. So if you want to see a bunch of the fish from Uruguay, a bunch of the wild caught fish that are in his fish room, make sure to check out those videos. I will leave a link down in the description to parts 1 and part 2. Make sure you check out both of them. Matt does have a lot of these fish available, so if you're interested in anything you see, I did provide his contact information at the end of those videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what I got at auction today. So normally I would just go for fish. However, my wife has started to express an interest in creating a Wallstead tank, and we have a beta that we want to do a really nice planted tank for, so I sprung for some of the plants today too. So let's go ahead and let's get started, because there's quite a bit of stuff to go through and I still have to get these fish into their tanks. Alright, number 1. So these are going to be super hard to see. These are Blue Star Endlers. I didn't get these at the auction. These I traded Pap's fish. The rest of those mollies that I had, I traded Pap's for these Endlers. So these guys are actually really pretty. The males have a super nice blue color. So these are good. I have a couple of species of Endlers now, and what I think is going to end up doing is the 10 gallons that are beneath the 90-gallon angelfish tank behind me. I'm just going to do 3 different types of Endlers in those, and those will be like the planted tanks, the little fish tanks. Because I have more 10 gallons, but I'm trying to get away from them. So I think the 3 10 gallons I have will make great Endler tanks. Alright, next. So these are snakeskin orchid Endlers. Again, they're going to be super hard to see through these. These are thick bags and they're double bagged. But I was the only, there you go. But these guys are super pretty. A lot of nice blue and green on them, some black. Super pretty fish. I was glad to get them. Nobody else seemed to want them, which is strange. And moving on, so I already have these. So these are zebra obliquitans. These are a Cares Mabuna. Now, the ones I have are smaller, but the gentleman that I got the original ones from brought more in today. I really, like, you can see the really nice red and yellow and green on that guy right there. That's for sure a male. So I've got 2 bags of these. He had probably 40 fish total, and myself and Blake, the president of the Cichlid Club of York, decided we were just going to each buy a couple bags. They're beautiful fish. I'm amazed nobody wanted them, so I'll happily take them and breed more of them out, and we'll get rocking on those. Alright, next we have, so there's a male, there's a pair. So this is, I think this is the female, albino bristlenose. So I've already got a couple of long fins, and Chris Matsko, I'm still babysitting his albino bristlenose. So what I think I'm going to do is split all the different plecos up into their own tanks and get them breeding. Everybody loves plecos, especially the bristlenose. They stay small, and they're phenomenal. The ancestors are phenomenal at eating algae. There's I think this is the male. So a nice pair of them. So we'll get these guys rocking and rolling. I did a lot of driftwood and rock hunting recently, so we will get those guys going. So some more plecos. These are calico bristlenose. So I have smaller ones of these. These are a little bit bigger than the ones that I have. But there's 3 of them in here. So I will combine them with the 3 I already have, and that'll give us a nice breeding group of them to get rolling on the plecos. This was a frairy, nobi frairy that somebody gave me. Last time at the auction they had mixed up, I think it was a sunshine with the frairy. So got another one, so he'll go into 55 with the rest of the Africans. Now these guys, I wasn't super thrilled, and by super thrilled I mean I wasn't looking to buy them. However, nobody wanted them. So what I have here is a pair of australos borlei, a male right there. So he's a little washed out, but this guy is super pretty when he's all colored up. A male and a female pair. So those guys are good. Got them cheap. So that's the thing about auctions, guys. Like some of these fish, you'll be spending, I don't know, like say the plecos, you'll be spending at least 10 bucks a piece, right? You go to auction, you get 3 of them for 12 bucks. You can't beat that. You know, same size that you would get if you bought them at a store or online. And you know you're getting them healthy because they're coming from another hobbyist and coming from their tank. 9 times out of 10 these fish are bred, or they're just trying to make room in their fish room, so you get stuff super cheap. Next, I got some more. I got these last time 2 white knights. So these guys, when they grow up, they get a gorgeous, like a blue hue to them. They're a Mabuna, so these guys are super, super pretty. Glad to get them. I was glad somebody offered them up again. I wanted more because I only have 5, so I want to do a lot of species tanks. So like the zebras will go in their own tank, the white knights will go in their own tank, the OBs will go in their own tank, the swallowtails, right? I have a lot of Africans now, so fortunately a lot of them are small, so I'm able to keep them in tighter quarters. But once I get the other racks built that I want, I'll be able to divvy everything up species only, and we'll get everything breeding and really, really, really going. And yeah, so this is the other bag of the zebra obliquitans. There's 7 or 8 of them in here, quite a few, right? And like I said, I already have some, and now I just have more. But I really like them. They're a care species, so they're endangered or non-existent in the wild. So a lot of these cares fish exist only inside a hobbyist fish room. So if you can get care species and raise and breed care species, guys, it's a really good thing to do for the hobby. It's a really good thing to do for these species of fish. A lot of them are very attractive fish. Some of them are not. They're not prevalent in the aquarium hobby, but like Karen Haas, who's a phenomenal fish keeper, her and her husband Alan, they keep a lot of care stuff. Blake, the president of the Cichlid Club of York, he keeps a lot of care stuff. Alright, and all of these things came from Glenn. He breeds out a ton of Africans. He's where I got my red rock shellers. He's where I got the other zebras. He's where I got the Christmas Fulu. Great African breeder. Glenn does an awesome job. So I'm just going to go ahead. So not only are there fish, but there are also plants and dry goods that go at these places. So right here, I got some Riccia. Again, a couple of bucks, like for a pretty good chunk of Riccia. This is one of the plants that I'm going to use for the beta tank. So we got the Riccia, we got hornwort, super dirt cheap. This stuff grows like a weed and is really hard to kill, which is good for me because I don't do so great with plants. Alright, and we got some crits, some narrow leaf crits. There's, it's like 3 or 4 of them in there. Pay like $5 for them. Super cheap. Again, auctions. These fish club auctions, these fish swaps, stuff like this is where you want to go if you want a lot of stuff, or if you want cheap stuff, or if you want obscure things. I can go to that fish place every week for the next 10 years and never see any of this stuff because they don't carry Cares fish. You won't find Cares fish in a pet store. You'll only find them through other hobbyists, and things like the zebras and the Christmas Fulu are absolutely stunning when they get bigger. So if you want to get some of these cooler, not so mainstream fish, check out your local aquarium club. Now, there is a website where you can go to, and it will list most of the larger aquarium clubs in the country. I'm going to put that down in a link below. So make sure to check it out and see if you have one local. There is the Aquarium Club of Lancaster County in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There is the Cichlid Club of York in York, Pennsylvania. There is My Philly Aquarium Club in Philadelphia. There is the Lehigh Valley Aquarium Society in the Lehigh Valley. So, and there's the Bucks County Aquarium Society if you're in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. So in Pennsylvania, there's a ton of fish groups. There's a ton of clubs. So make sure you find which one you like. It's not too far of a different drive for me to go to York or Lancaster, but I very much love the Cichlid Club of York. I love the group of people. Scott McLaughlin of King and Queen Cichlid started the club, which is awesome because Scott is a cool dude. He's a nice guy. So it's really nice that he started that club, and to see what it's grown into and see the type of people that are part of that club is really awesome. And I sincerely enjoy every single person I meet there. A lot of really great folks. Barring that, I also got an undergravel filter for a 55 that's just going to be parts for another project. I got some garlic guard. They had test kits. They had some marine stuff. They had Malawi Victoria buffer to raise your pH if you need to raise your pH. I have well water, so mine sits at about 7.4. Alright, so that's what I got from the auction today, guys. It was a good auction. A lot of plecos, surprisingly. A lot of plecos. Plecos always do very well. So the Cichlid Club of York goes through mygroupauctions.com. That's where you can add your fish. That's where you can see what other people have listed on the website for the auction. It'll tell you the lot number. You can do what I do and write down or keep a little note on your phone of what lots you are interested in. And you can also do what I do and just buy the things that go really cheap. So that's why I get so much stuff. Sometimes it goes for $1, it goes for $2 or $3 for 6 fish. How can you say no? I have the tank space, I can make it work. Oh, I also got a hang on the back filter for $5, brand new in the package. So that was cool. But yeah, guys, so that's what I got today at the auction. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you thought the coolest thing was. I'm actually really excited for that pair of Borlei. I wasn't looking to get them, but now that I have them and looking at them closer, they're very, very pretty fish. Very excited for the zebras. Thanks again, Glenn, for having all those wonderful fish. Super excited for the plecos. I have a lot of work to do in the fish room today. I got to move some tanks around and set some stuff up for some of these fish. But give me a couple more weeks, guys. We will do a fish room tour once I'm all done. I still have cleaning to do, still have some tanks to set up, stuff like that. That's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my ranting about the clubs and these auctions makes you want to go find your local club. Alright, so like I said, link down below of where you can find most of the larger clubs. If in doubt, go on Facebook and just search for Aquarium Club of enter your county name there, right? Or enter your area, like the Lehigh Valley, alright? Find your local aquarium club, join the group, go to some of these meetings. Some of them are still doing Zoom meetings. We did a hybrid. People were bidding over Zoom and paying through PayPal, and they just have to come pick it up later on. So you have options. You have in-person and online meetings to kind of suit the way everything is today. We did social distance. We did all wear masks. One of these days I'll record the auction for you so you can kind of see how it goes. Because you guys see how much stuff I bring home, but what you don't see is all the other stuff that I don't. Alright? That's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Again, let me know down below what your favorite take-home from today was. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you next time.